A couple of days ago, Omoyele Sowore'S Facebook account was deactivated, and a lot of people have been pointing accusing fingers at Peter Obi and his obedient movement supporters. One of those such people is Deji Adeyanju, who believes strongly that it was Peter Obi's supporters who, shut down Sowore'S Facebook page. We'll get to find out what he has to say in a moment. But before we do that, guys, if this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button. Most importantly, click on this on the notification bell, because that way you'll be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up. That way we get encouraged to keep giving you more reliable and authentic news. And then YouTube will be able to recommend this video to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comment section below. Human rights lawyer Deji Adeyanju has condemned what he described as a coordinated attack by supporters of Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi, popularly known as the Obedient Group, leading to the disabling of former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore'S Facebook page. Writing on his social media pages on Sunday, Adeyanju described the move as shameful and undemocratic, saying it reflects an intolerance for opposing voices. He wrote, and I quote, "It is disappointing that Peter Obi's supporters, known as Obedient Group, ganged up to report Omoyele Sowore'S Facebook page simply because he keeps speaking the truth about their candidate," Adeyanju stated. This shameful move led to the disabling of Sowore'S page. This is not democracy. If you truly want a better Nigeria, you don't silence opposing voices. He further criticized Peter Obi's record as former governor of Anambra State, claiming it was riddled with failures in governance and unresolved human rights issues. His words, "Let's be honest, Obi's time as Anambra governor was full of failures. Doctors went on strike, education suffered, and he refused to hold local government elections. The killings of most sub members under his watch remain unresolved, yet his supporters work hard to paint him as a saint. He moved from APGA to PDP, then to Labour Party, showing he has no clear ideology." Adeyanju also accused Obi's supporters for trying to wash his image while attacking dissenting voices like Sowore, who he described as a consistent voice for justice and truth. These attacks by Obedient supporters, supported and sanctioned by Peter Obi himself, are aimed at hiding the truth. Nobody hates Peter Obi. What we oppose are the lies and image washing by his followers, he stated. He concluded by warning against the cult-like nature of political followership and stressed the need for accountability in Nigerian politics. "We won't let politics become a cult. Nigeria deserved truth and accountability," he said. Let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. What do you all think of this? Do you think that Deji Adeyanju is right and it is Peter Obi's supporters who reported Omoyele Sowore'S page? Or on the contrary, do you think that, just as usual, even if nobody reported his page, Facebook usually do their routine checkup. Anything you post, there's a way that the robots will go and check what you have written, if it's not violating any of their policies, and all of that. There is a way they do their own checking, and if you violated any of their rules, they will take down your post, and sometimes they take down your page as well. And in this instance, which is exactly what has happened, Omoyele Sowore'S page was taken down. We cannot say for a fact that this is exactly what has happened at this point, because, we do not see the message that Facebook sent to Omoyele Sowore, because before they would do that, or after they have taking down his account, they will send him a message to say that this is the reason why we are doing this. It's not like they will just shut it down and that is it. So we do not have access to that. So we cannot say if it was because it was reported or because of some violations, found on his page. But let me have your thoughts and your opinions on this in the comment section. Before we go, my people, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Benny Goodmind says, "Mr. Adeyanju, please don't get involved in this battle. You are respected highly among the Nigerian downtrodden, who happen to be the hardcore obedient. Even the same group support Sowore'S supposed activism until he confirmed what David Inde, the credible investigative journalist, accused him of. Sowore overstepped his bounds by attacking Peter Obi without provocation. To make the matter worse, was attacking him of money laundering that never was. Adeyanju, don't descend from your height. I think there's a thin line between attacking and actually, opposing somebody or throwing out an opposing view. And I think in a democracy such as, the climate that we are in currently, people should be able to express themselves. People should be able to voice their own opinion. People should be able to speak their mind, in an appropriate way. I'm not saying with, insults and all of that. People should be able to express themselves, express any opposing view that they have. So for you to say attack, I don't know what that means in this instance, but let me know what you all think on that. Let me know what you think. And another thing is, I feel like before you throw out any opposing view that you might have, you should also verify, do your investigation, make sure you have your evidence. Don't just come up with anything just because you want to antagonize somebody, just because you don't like the person's face, and you come up with any kind of propaganda or lies just to tarnish the person's image. That's another thing. People should not do that. People should not feel like because of freedom of speech, because we are in a democratic regime, you have the right to tarnish other people's image with unverified reports or unverified propaganda or news just because you want to pull the person down. Onwa Buchi says, some are calling this boy lawyer. I never see him defending anybody in the court for one day. James Uche says, Adeyanju, you are a fool, hypocrite. No wonder Charlie Boy called you a dog. He picked from the gutter, and Wike lampooned you. He returns in Talopa. The Obi'S should delete your page too for spewing rubbish from your rotten, smelling gutter mouth. How come you are angry that it said it was Obi'S who reported Sowore'S page, and now you're asking the same Obi'S to go and delete his own page too? Which means you know that it is possible that it is Obi'S members who reported Sowore'S page. So why are you angry? Because you're actually asking them to do the same thing to him. So you shouldn't be angry if he said it was Obi'S supporters who reported Sowore'S page then. Anyway, moving on. All of you will learn the hard way when your paymaster Tinubu rigged 2023 elections, corrupted judiciary, destroyed the economy. All of you pardoned him. Even the nonsense protests you guys engineered were nothing but set up and innocent protesters. Christian of Pali says, Sir, I disagree with you. The manner he attacked Peter Obi is needless. It doesn't speak about Atiku that much. Was it true that Peter Obi pleaded with Tinubu about Fidelity Bank issue? A man of his caliber should not spread false information. Peter Obi is not the problem for Nigerian. I don't even know how people come up with these propaganda, or should I say lies, because it is unverified. Even this woman, the wife of Ojukwu, was an Bianca Ojukwu, read a very long article, which I read and I loved. I wanted to even post, but I couldn't, where I read, the sequence of events and everything that happened at the Vatican and everything, where people came up with Peter Obi going to Tinubu to beg on Fidelity issue is where I don't understand. Is where I cannot even fathom, because according to Bianca, she said she was the one that even cited both Peter Obi and Fayemi, the former Ekiti state governor, from afar. And then she went to greet them. And it was there that, Peter Obi's, was it Fayemi, who said they wanted to, go and greet the president as well. Even though they belong to different political parties, I think courtesy demands, he's still the president of his country, and is still older than him. I think courtesy demands that he should also go and say, hello, sir, how you doing? They are from the same country, of course, because they belong to opposing political party doesn't mean that they should see themselves in other country or anywhere else and not be able to say hi to each other. So Peter Obi and Fayemi both walked up to the president and greeted him. So where is this story of Peter Obi begging and pleading on the fidelity issue is where I don't understand. Because that wasn't mentioned even in the article that, Bianca wrote, and she's an eyewitness. She was there. Anyway, moving on. Another comment from Austin says, Sowore'S should be sincere in his brand of politics. Attacking Peter Obi always to remain relevant is childish. His Sahara media out reported that Peter Obi met Tinubu in Rome to plead on behalf of Fidelity Bank that is owing 225 billion naira. It was later confirmed that it was not true. He mocks Obi at any given opportunity. Do you call that politics? Anyway, Well, call it whatever you want to call it pettiness, call it politics. I think, this is not the first time it's happening. People bicker at each other. Anyone that does not have a thick skin cannot be involved in politics. That's just the truth. They throw shades at each other, but I don't think you should go as far as cooking up story that never existed just because you want to tarnish the other person's image. Nah, that is where you should draw the line. What are your thoughts and your opinions on this? Thank you very much for always listening. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.